Hello and welcome to Geology, or the study of life. Today we're going to talk about joints. And joints are these unsung heroes which turn your 200 plus bones into a powerhouse of movement, from tiny finger joints to powerful hips. Let's explore how these incredible connectors make it all happen in this video. Joints are also called articulations and are connections between two or more bones or between a bone and a cartilage. They play a crucial role in our body by enabling movement, providing flexibility, and absorbing shock to prevent injury. While many joints allow for movement, there are some, like those in the skull, where movement is not possible. These immovable joints help to protect the vital areas of the body, such as the brain. In other words, joints are essential for both movement and stability, depending on their type and location. Joints come in different types based on their structure and type of movement they allow. There are three main types of joints: the fibrous joints, which are connected by fibrous tissue. They generally do not allow movement and are called fixed joints. Then the cartilaginous joints, which are connected by cartilage and they have limited movement. And third, the synovial joints, which are the most common ones and allow free movement. Let us see each one in detail. The fixed joints or immovable joints do not allow movements and are connected by a tough fibrous tissue. These are also known as sutures and are found between the skull bones and at the teeth roots in the sockets of the upper and lower jaw. These joints provide stability and protection. Number two, slightly movable joints, also called cartilaginous joints, are where the bones are connected by the fibrocartilage, allowing limited movement. They are also known as symphysis joints. These joints help with some mobility or some flexibility, such as bending or rotating of your spine. So the examples of these joints are those between the ribs and sternum, the pubic symphysis, and the joints between the adjacent vertebrae in the spine. Number three, the freely movable joints or the synovial joints, which allow a wide range of movements like bending, straightening, rotating, like depending on the type of the joint. For example, a hinge or a ball and socket joint. But these are characterized by a space between the bones which is called the synovial cavity, which contains fluid to reduce friction. So some of the examples include the knee, elbow, shoulder, hip, wrist, all of these joints. A typical synovial joint has several key components which allow for smooth and flexible movement. The synovial cavity, that is the space between the two bones, which is filled with the synovial fluid, a thick viscous fluid or a liquid which is produced by the synovial membrane, and this lubricates the joint, reduces friction, and nourishes the cartilage. Then comes the joint capsule, which is a tough fibrous outer layer that surrounds the joint and helps to hold the bones together. Inside this capsule is the synovial membrane, which produces the synovial fluid. Then is the articular cartilage. This is a smooth, shiny, hyaline tissue which covers the ends of the bones to reduce friction and absorbs the shock during movement. Number four are the ligaments, which are strong bands of tissues that connect the bones to each other, providing stability to the joint. Then the tendons are, these attach the muscles to the bones and help with movement, but they are not technically part of the joint itself. Then bursa, these are small fluid-filled sacs which reduce friction between moving parts, like between the tendons and the bones. And these also are not really the part of the joint, but they are around the joints. So together, these components allow the synovial joints to move freely and efficiently while maintaining stability. Now, let's look at the types of the synovial joints. There are 6 types: hinge joint, ball and socket joint, pivot joint, saddle joint, condyloid joint, and gliding joint. Let's see them in details. So I have made them into a tabular column, and I'll keep showing this table time and again, so you don't have to really pause the video or go back and forth to look at this table. So the first one is the hinge joint. Here the bones are connected in such a way that they can only move in one direction, similar to the motion of a door hinge. So a convex surface of one bone fits into the concave surface of another. So this allows flexion like bending and extension like straightening. Example, knee, elbow, ankle, all of these. Then the ball and socket joint. Here one bone has a round ball-like end which fits into the cup-shaped socket of another bone, allowing for a wide range of motions like flexion, extension, rotation, abduction, that is moving away from the body, or adduction, that is moving towards the body. So examples are the shoulder and the hip joints. The third one is pivot joint. Here one bone has peg-like projection which fits into a ring which is formed by the other bone, allowing the rotation around a single axis. Examples are the atlas and the axis vertebrae of the neck, and the joint between the radius and ulna in the forearm. Then the gliding joint. Here the bones have flat or slightly curved structures that allow for sliding or gliding movement. Example are the joints between the bones of the wrist and ankle. Saddle joint. Uh, Here the surfaces of the bones are shaped like a saddle and a rider, fitting together in a way that allows movement in two directions. So it allows flexion, extension, abduction, and adduction. Example is the thumb joint. Then condyloid joint. Here one bone has an oval shaped surface which fits into the elliptical cavity of the other bone, allowing for movement in multiple directions, but not full rotation. Example, the wrist joint, knuckle joints. So each type of synovial joint allows different types of movements, giving our body the ability to perform wide range of complex motions. Life. Hope you liked this video, and please do like, share the video if you find this useful, and subscribe to the channel Givology. See you again in the next video.